Well, a very good afternoon. It's the, what day is it, Andrew? 14th of November and 23. It's a new moon in Scorpio. But what we've got here is self-raising flower. What I've done is the light's going to go, i.e. the light outside, because it's after, well, what time is it, Annie? It's 10 minutes to 4 in the afternoon. But I've got a pound of self-raising flour. This is a very quick bread. If you've got the ingredients, a couple of tablespoons of sugar, salt, a teaspoon of, I use my Himalayan salt, but any salt will do. Salt comes in all different colours, you know that. You can get pink salt like the Himalayan stuff, or you can get white salt, not the bleached processed salt that everybody uses, including myself. I have to say, I've always got a little salt thing, tiny little thing, which used to cost nothing, but it now costs costs a lot, doesn't it? But if you can get your hands on real salt, you get black salt, and I think you can even get blue salt. Depends where it comes from in the world. So that's that part. I don't have any milk in the house, so what I do is I usually have a little bit of cream, so I put some boiling water into that. I'll make a little well actually, Annie. And we'll pop that in there, just a little bit. What we also want is a bit of lard, not too much, just a little. If you put that into a circle, it should maybe resemble the size of a walnut or something. But I'll just sling that in there like that. And if you give me a moment, I'm just going to wash my hands from the lard because I don't want that everywhere. Did I actually tell you what I was making? I can't even remember. The seasonal affective disorder is terrible this autumn. It's been crept up early. I think it's all that gloomy weather. I popped it in. It's a little bit of oatmeal. A couple of tablespoonfuls is required, but I like it a little bit more. It's a bran bread I'm making. I nearly forgot to tell you again. Yeah, so we'll get that in there. Just give it a little pop around. That's all you need. It's just the, well, this is self-raising flour. Did I mention that? I can't even remember. So self-raising flour, teaspoon of salt, doesn't matter what sort of salt you use, and then a couple of tablespoons of sugar, and an equal amount of oatmeal, unless you're like me and want a little bit more. So we'll pop the creamy water in. I boiled the kettle as that should be enough, Annie. So we just get this into a mixed dough. I'll show you that in a second. And I've got my baking tray already greased up, and that will go into the oven for about 45 minutes to an hour, and that will give us bran bread. There's no more to add to this, you see, that's it. So I'll come back once I've got it into a dough and put it into that dish for you, alright? Okay, so you'll find you get into a doughy mixture like that. You don't want to work it too much. I probably put a little bit more water than I showed you previously, but that is what you want. I also just like to put a little bit extra oatmeal for a bit of structure on the outer edge when it gets baked. It just gives it a little bit of a crunchy crust onto it. But that's all you need to do, and I'll transfer it in here, and we'll get it stuck into the oven. Well, actually, I'll show you me doing that. Well, I can't do it with one hand, so let me transfer it first of all, please. So that's us in there. I've given it a little brush over with I just use my fingers because it's just me who's eating it. But if you want to give it a little bit of a glaze, to golden it up a little, that's what you do. But that'll, I mean, it's not a bread for, you know, for sandwiches. It's a bread for eating with soup, or you can toast it if you want, but butter or whatever, jam or anything on it. But it's just a quick 5-minute recipe. A little cooking in the oven, of course. Medium to hot oven for about an hour, and that'll come up as a nice bran bread. So let's do that, not waste fuel. I was going to say that it's not easy getting out and about when with this condition in mind. It's very difficult. You know, I love being outdoors, but it's not at all easy when it's gloomy weather, and as a result I tend to spend more than what's necessary inside my house in the winter months, which you know, it's slightly depressing because you want to be out, but the mind just doesn't want to be out there. It wants to be in here. It's a very odd condition, and sometimes I can take several attempts at getting over the threshold, and the mind just says, no, you're not going anywhere. And that's well, basically it's happened today. I just can't get out of the house. So I always keep busy and keep cheerful, and that's the main thing. So there we go, that's the bread. That's just come out of the oven. Still a bit hot. But it's been there for about an hour, and you see the egg gives it that lovely golden colour. It's always worth doing that. The egg won't go to waste. I use it in an omelette, you see, with the rest of the eggs. But so that's that. Let's take it out on the plate, Annie. How hot are we here? I think it'll survive. Remember, you've been a chef. Your fingers are used to it, Annie. That's the bread. How's that? And as I say, it costs next to nothing. The only thing it's expensive, to be perfectly honest, is the actually cooking of it. The fuel price is ridiculous, and so that's the only danger point. Is if you're cooking, make sure you're going to do something else in the oven, so you're not you've got double fuel. Anyway, I won't mutter too much. Should be able to put the knife through this. Oh. No. Yeah, it's decent bread, Annie. Perfect bread. As I say, it's not for sandwiches, it's for anything you want, but Bran bread, quickly made.